Hi everybody. So we're doing word problems. I know you guys don't like word problems, most of you. The thing about word problems is that, if math was just numbers and variables on a piece of paper, it wouldn't mean much. The reason we learn to solve equations is so that we can solve the problems that we confront every day. How much money to invest, how much antibiotic to give the sick patient, how much load the bridge can hold. So math is everywhere, and in order to solve the problems that we face, we need to have the tools to solve them. So here's a pretty standard word problem. This is grade 9 material, but grade 9 has some of the hardest word problems, in my opinion, in all of grade 9 to grade 12 math, because they're new to you, and so they can be tricky. So how do we solve this? So we have a pizza parlor which sells large pizzas for $12.50 each and small pizzas for $9. They sold 38 pizzas for a total value of $415.50. So how many of each size pizza were sold? Well, here's what you do. First of all, you need two equations. Now, when you're working in grade 9 math, this is actually not allowed, okay? But we do have a way to get around this. I'll show you in a minute. So we're going to say that x represents the number of large pizzas, and y represents the number of small pizzas, okay? Now, we had x number of large pizzas that were sold, y number of small pizzas that were sold, and when we add them together, we have 38 pizzas. However, we're not allowed to use two variables. We're not really allowed to do that until, towards the end of grade 10. So what we need to do is we need to eliminate this variable, this second variable. We're going to eliminate the y. Now the y, as we've seen in other equation solving videos that I've done, all we have to do is move the x over, okay? Because it was positive here, it becomes negative here. And now the number of small pizzas can be represented by 38 minus x. So we've just eliminated that second variable. Now, the number of large pizzas sold, remember, is x. We don't know what it is, but we know that the value of those pizzas is $12.50. So the number of pizzas sold, at this point unknown, large pizzas, times $12.50 will give us the value of the large pizzas that were sold. So let's put that underneath here. This is the value of the large pizzas sold. Okay, and then we add that to 38 minus x, okay, and this is the number of small pizzas that were sold, because it is y, you see, and we multiply that by 9. And this is the value of the small pizzas sold. The two values taken together add up to $415.50. Now, I'll give you a second to pause the video and write that down if you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this so that I can write the equation out a little bit more tidy. So 12.5x, that's this. Okay, we don't need the 0, plus 9 times 38 minus x is equal to 415.5. All right, then we do the math with this. So when the numbers start to get a bit bigger, you're allowed to use a calculator. Okay, we just don't want you using it for 6 times 5, because you should know that. So let's get rid of this stuff because you probably have it by now. And let's do the math here. So we have 12.5x. We have to multiply the 9 through. So 9 times 38 is 342. Minus 9x equals 415.5. Now, could you do the 9 times 38 on paper? Sure you could. 38 times 9, this is how we set it up, okay? 9 times 8 is 72, so we put a 2 here, we put a 7 up here, carry the 7. 3 times 9 is 27, plus 7 is 34, so there's my 342. Now, the two variable terms are going to stay on the left, and the two constant terms are going to be on the right-hand side. Okay, 12.5 minus 9 is 3.5. And 415.5 minus 342 is 73.5. Then we divide out the 3.5. And we get 21. So recall that 21 was the number of large pizzas sold, and the number of large or small pizzas sold was 38 minus the number of large pizzas sold. So if we go 38 minus 21, we get 17. So we have 17 small pizzas and 21 large pizzas. So 17 times 9 plus 21 times 1250 should be equal to 415.50. And by the way, you never put dollar signs or anything like that in your equation. You save that for the sentence at the end when you're done, okay? So 17 times 9 is 170 minus 17, because we don't have 10 17s, we only have 9. So 17 times 9 is 153. 21 times 12.5 is 262.50. And does that equal that? We add the 153 to what we had before and it works. Oops. Alright, so that's a fairly simple beginning word problem. There'll be many more. Tune in for more. Okay, so that's a pretty simple word problem, grade 9 level, but there's lots of grade 10s and grade 11s that would have a lot of trouble with that. So this is how it's done. So if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and tune in for more stuff coming up. Alright, thanks. Talk to you next. Okay, so that's a simple. Okay, so that's a fairly simple beginning word problem. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more coming up in the future.